Okay, in this episode I'm going to go over winter vehicle preparations and bug out vehicles that are not going to break the bank. I used to have a Subaru. I actually got rid of the Subaru, not because I didn't like it, not because it wasn't reliable. I just don't need to drive as far, and I wanted to see how much I could get a cheaper vehicle to perform, and I ended up getting a not the greatest, but it's turned out pretty good, and it's a Jeep Liberty. They're like literally giving them away, and you can get them in four-wheel drive. I just drove a bunch today. I worked from the office, I worked from home the other day, but I decided to go into the office only to have work shut down because the power was out, and the roads are absolutely horrible. But the Jeep Liberty did well, so. And like I said, they're literally giving them away now, pretty much. But I'll go over what I did to prep mine, kind of as a bug out overlanding vehicle and my winter beater here in this area. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy and taking advantage of this weather. Okay, I'm gonna go over this really quick. As you can see, there's the Jeep Liberty. I've got no more than $5,000 invested into this. So, upgrades that I've done, it's got tires with good tread, some cheap tires. I'll put them a list in the details in the video notes, but I added decent tires, and then a roof rack, and that's literally, oh, and tow hooks. I got the tow hooks off the Renegade and I added them onto this. You can kind of see them in the front right here. And then I added fog lights from the newer Jeep JKs. The fog lights actually fit. And then you can see the roof rack. It's kind of a big roof rack. It's only like $100. And then I did have to do some maintenance to the Jeep. When I first got it, it was making a lot of weird sounds and noises. The four-wheel drive said it was always on, even though it wasn't. Changed some sensors, changed a lot of the bushings in the sway bar, changed a wheel bearing, little piddly things. The shocks for the rear door, the rear hatch, but lots of things I like about this Jeep. It's actually got a true four-wheel drive, shift on the floor, V6 power. It's actually, I was kind of worried when I originally got it that some of the reviews said that it was a slug. It's actually got quite a bit of power, and the rear end's a little too light for the amount of power you have, but it's pretty decent. So decent amount of roof rack space, decent amount of interior space. It's very roomy in the interior. You've got just great. I used to have for 10 years and 200,000 miles, I had a Toyota FJ Cruiser. Hands down, much better interior space. Reliability and build quality, nowhere near Toyota. But then again, a FJ Cruiser, this is a 2007, an FJ Cruiser 2007 with the same mileage would sell for like 16,000 or probably more, where this is like given away. I paid, you know, all together with everything like $5,000. You could probably get these for like $3,000. Yeah, it's a lot of good things. Like I said, as long as you got good tires, the four-wheel drive is pretty good. And on this trim level that I have, it's like the Sport. When you're in two-wheel drive, it's just a non-limited slip, so it's the one-wheel peel. So it's not the greatest in two-wheel drive, but in four-wheel drive, it's solid. I mean, I had no problem today keeping up with, you know, actually going around some people today because, you know, styling, it's not bad. The size is actually really good. It's compact. I can fit it into a lot of areas, and we'll go over some of that now. Okay, we're back again. You can kind of see the roof rack that I got on there. It's a really big roof rack for the size, and I had to do some modifications to get it on there, but other than that, I haven't really done much to it. I do have an ARB front bumper that I will be putting on eventually, but I'm a little worried because the front is sagging a little bit. It's 16 years old. The ARB bumper is a lot heavier, so I'm still deciding if I'm going to put that on there or not. But like I said, it's just a lot of good things about this vehicle. I do have those bags that I did in another video where I showed I do keep a bag in here and a bunch of equipment that I have for winter, and we can go over some of that. But you know, just the typical, since I have tow hooks on the front, I do have tow straps in here. I've got the what are the Yeti tracks, the little rubber things you put over your boots so you don't slip, because a lot of times my driveway will turn into a skating rink and I don't want to, I sometimes have to park at the end of the driveway and hike in, because there's a hill at the end of the driveway. There's also, let's see, not a lot really. I mean, the big thing on this is the price. I mean, this has, I think when I got it, had like 100,000 miles on it. And my Subaru, I sold with 110 or something thousand miles, and I think I sold it for like $12,000 or $13,000. And it was newer, obviously, but this, much cheaper. Like I said, I got this because I really wanted this color. So like I said, altogether I'm in $5,000. I've seen them cheaper. You can get them much cheaper. Mine does not have any rust on this side. Unfortunately though, for some reason, I don't know why, the passenger sides down here and there, and I'm getting a little rust right there. It's starting to rust down in those spots. So I am gonna have to do some work on that in the spring. My plan is I'm gonna just grind off the bottom paint, get some body filler, fill it in, and then just rhino line myself, you know, some kind of spray on, and do that on the bottom. Because those plastic trim piece right here on the rocker, I guarantee it's all rusted underneath there. Every Jeep I've seen, Liberty like this, that doesn't have those plastic trim pieces, it's all rusty under there. But things that I really like I said, it has a full-size spare, it has a shift on the floor, four-wheel, like true four-wheel drive, very simple interior. It's very just retro, I guess, is the thing that I like. It just brings me back to a simpler time, and I just like driving it. There's no crazy electronics on it. I did add a Apple CarPlay radio. It's pretty easy to do that, and it's got touchscreen. I added that, and that's literally about it, and some seat covers. The previous guy that I bought this from, I was trying to find one that had good mechanics. This one did, but the previous owner had a dog and smoked, so the interior stunk, and I had to have it professionally cleaned. So that's added into my cost. But yeah, I had it cleaned, and then I just had some seat covers put on, because nothing against dogs, I'm just allergic to dogs, so dog hair. So other than that though, like I said, the rack is pretty good. The four-wheel drive system's really good. The amount of cargo space, it's not the Super Outback was actually bigger in the back. I could sleep in the back. This is not long enough that I can sleep in. But you know, parking this, driving it around town, the fact that I didn't spend a lot on it, so if somebody hits my door, dings it, I really just don't care. It's got a tow hitch on it. It's just really a good vehicle. Okay, I'm gonna go over what I've got in the back. Oh, good, hold on one second. One of the things that I absolutely hate about this thing though is every time you drive it and put it in gear, and then it locks all the doors except for the driver's side door. So I have to physically hit the electric switch and unlock it. Apparently you can take it to a dealer and have them, you know, do something to it and get it to do that, you know, so it doesn't do that. But I had to replace those shocks on there. And then, but I mean, you can see the space in here. It's pretty decent. I've got a little cargo box, and then I've got right now it's just one of those, it's a cover over the windshield, so when I park in the snow, kind of a mess, but nice size. If you actually got to put boots and stuff on when you're outside, you're covered, which is nice. But yeah, not bad. Okay, as you can kind of see, I've got a touchscreen radio. Here's your four-wheel drive down here. Just pull the lever. Very simple to operate. I mean, parking brake, it's just very old school. I did add a heated seat cover. It's cold here. You know, you got your ice scraper, just the basics. But like I said, these are decent vehicles for the price. I mean, there's a lot of the window switches. A lot of these, they do fail. They're actually in the center here. But I mean, I've had good luck with mine. The front ball joints, 2007s had an upgraded ball joints. Earlier models have some bad ball joints that'll probably need to be replaced. But other than that, like I said, I had to change that sensor that was underneath here for the four-wheel drive. It just showed that it was always in four-wheel drive, even when I was in two-wheel drive. This, you can really tell when you're in four-wheel drive. I mean, if you accidentally hit some drive pavement and try to turn, it will bind up. It's like true four-wheel drive. And it has four-wheel drive low, which I've used to pull stuff out. And it's actually pretty phenomenal. Something my Subaru could never do. So that's something worthwhile. You're actually getting my unedited, this is my truck's a mess, but so all I've gotten there is one of those surplus Molly seat cover panels, and it's on the back of the door. It's got a little first aid kit, and then down on the floor there's a down coat, toe straps, and then I took out my bag, but my go bag just goes right here. And then that's pretty much all I carry on a daily basis. Like I said, hopefully this was helpful. I'm just doing a quick video because it's absolutely miserable outside. But I've been wanting to do something with this vehicle and just show its capability, and it's a very good vehicle for the price. I've had it now quite a while. Oh, let me go over this really quick. Okay, I don't know if you can really see here though, but these tires are Mastercraft. They're made by Cooper, but they're like the cheaper version. These tires are super cheap, but I've used very good all-terrain tires on my FJ Cruiser. I was really impressed with these tires. So they're, for the price, they're cheaper than any other tire. I mean, they really don't cost much. So, like I said, my idea of an overlanding vehicle, you need to have four-wheel drive and tread-under tires. That's really it. This isn't some mall crawler with all the fancy doodads. That's, you know, this actually sees off-road use. It sees snow use like this in extreme conditions, and these tires are actually pretty decent. And this thing will see probably majority of the time the road. So this tread is actually, there's some sipes in here, pretty deep lugs. I mean, they're actually pretty decent tires. I was pretty impressed. I was gonna get rid of them right away, and then I figured, you know, I didn't like them initially because I wanted the mountain snowflake symbol tires, which I've always had, but I wanted to try a budget build, and I was really impressed today. There was other vehicles spinning their tires, and this thing just, I just went. It was like a tank. It's not the best handling like a Subaru, but it's a tank. Well, but like I said, hopefully this was helpful, and till next time. And I'm gonna go into the wood stove.